Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. I'm going to talk today about a commonly heard of thing. Everyone's heard of vitamin D, and you probably know some of the basic functions. I'm going to go into a little bit of it today, which will be expanded upon later at some other point. Commonly heard of, its benefits are pretty simple. First, it is a fat-soluble vitamin. I've said this in other videos about whatever it is, that it must be taken with and get stored in the body with fat. The major function of D is to maintain normal blood levels of calcium and phosphorus, which are components of bones. You've probably heard that it's important in fighting and delaying osteoporosis. That is one of the situations where, if you heard me say that 100% is the minimum, this is a perfect example. You hear about it in elderly women with the fall. You know, this is the perfect case, and you have to get started early. You know, by the time there's a problem with your bones, your joints, or arthritis, it would depend on your situation, but it could be a little late, like too little, too late. But it's important to get started now, to get whatever age you're at, whether it's 20 or 90, you get started. You know, you take it to get healthy. It's another one of those vitamins that fights free radicals. It helps fight those toxins from harming beneficial and vital processes and organs in the body. Free radicals, real quick, the non-scientific way to describe it, it's like your body's rusting. If you leave a car out for however long, I'm sure they last a while before rust, but that's basically what happens in your body. It's not rust that you think of a car, but things break down in your body, and vitamin D is one of those things that helps prevent that. It's also very helpful with fighting cancer. It protects your cells. You know, just an introductory thing there. But along with helping with bones and calcium, it helps with maintenance of joints, muscle contractions at the gym, which is especially important in people with arthritis. I remember learning, I don't remember if it was the personal trainer courses or anatomy and physiology, that, I think it was anatomy and physiology, but that the more muscle mass you have, the stronger your bones are. Your bones feed off that. So if you're doing weights, it's not just about the calcium, the vitamin D, the vitamin K. Your bones get stronger with your muscles. It is not just, yes, you have to do cardio. Not just about the cardio. It's pretty essential for women of that age where they can break bones to do the gym, to do some form. Doesn't have to be, you know, benching 400 pounds. It helps. So that's just a little side note. There are some factors that reduce vitamin D levels in the body, like living in colder climates. Like, I'm from New York. Anybody, you know, and there's other places in the country that are cold. You're covering up your bundles, your jackets, your gloves, the hat. It's snowing out. You're spending less time in the sunlight. The exception is Eskimos. Somehow, I don't remember the whole story, but they have high levels. I think it was the fish. They eat a lot of fish. But generally, people of northern climates have lower levels of vitamin D. It's also affected by use of sunscreen. Your skin tone level, darker skin does tend to have a slight more issue. Air pollution, cloud covering. Pollution in clouds cover sunlight. There have been studies that link vitamin D levels and depression. I see this as a chicken or the egg situation, but studies show that those with depression have lower levels of vitamin D, while conversely, those with lower levels of vitamin D are also more likely to be diagnosed with depression. I just went through this. I went to the doctor, not feeling well. I suffer from depression. It felt like it was physical, but it wasn't, of course. But to find out that I live in a very sunny place, I take vitamin D. I really don't spend much time outside though, and my vitamin D levels were low. Again, I don't know which came first, the depression or the low vitamin D, but it's there. People with low levels of vitamin D are more likely to be diagnosed with depression. It doesn't matter which came first. You have to take your vitamin D. It's a way to move out of whatever it is. Something I always suggest is to take a supplement that contains magnesium and calcium with vitamin D. You can get them at wherever you get vitamins. There can be an exponential effect when taken combined, with the 2 or 3 of them combined. It's even more crucial for elderly. But when I say like that exponential effect, like 1 plus 1 may not equal 2. 1 plus 1 may equal 3, and then 3 plus 3 may equal 8. Like that. They feed off each other. So it is important to take them. I'm sure it depends on your body. You can talk to your doctor, see if you can take it alone, but they're better when you take them together. Something else I've mentioned a few times is the idea of fat-soluble vitamins versus water-soluble. Fat-soluble vitamins must be taken with and are stored in fat, while water-soluble vitamins must be taken with and are lost with water. They don't get those vitamins, B's and C's mainly, the big ones. They get flushed out of the body. Vitamin D is fat soluble, so it does get stored in the body, or can be stored in the body. It has to be taken with fat. When taken as a standalone or in combination with something else, it is beneficial to take vitamins with something that has even a little bit of fat. I'm not going to go tell you get a cheeseburger, but even a little bit of fat. With this being said, it is suggested to take vitamin D with the meal, and it's great when you take it with omega-3s. It's again, I can't explain it like one of those exponential things. To be taken with omegas, I think, do not quote me on this, that you might be able to get omega-3s with vitamin D in them. So, however, it is always better to get nutrients naturally. Vitamin D, as said before, and it's pretty common knowledge, it's best when gotten with sunlight. If man made it, usually there's a problem. It's God's natural way of giving us this nutrient. Like I said, colder climates. I'm from New York. We're bundled up. So for those where the cold climate occurs, it is essential to eat properly first, and then take supplements as a secondary. Like I said, it's better to take it naturally. Vitamin D can be found in fatty fish like tuna, mackerel, salmon, a couple of others. It's found in dairy and other fortified foods like orange juice, soy milk, and cereals. It's found in beef liver, something I'll never eat, cheese, egg yolk, herring. You could also get cod liver oil, which is good with the omega-3s. Canned tuna, and it's also found in mushrooms. Notice that those are natural things. Beef liver, man, probably it's usually man interrupts. It is pretty easy to get vitamin D. Like I said, in my own case, I just went doctor, not feeling right. Turns out it's the depression. But to find out, I have low levels of vitamin D. So they might play off each other. That's a side note. But vitamin D is good all around to prevent or reduce the effects of many diseases, including cancer and depression. It enhances your health in so many ways. Take it daily. I'm going to be putting a link in the comments below or the description to usana, USANA, to my own site to get. I do believe in usana. It was the last video I did. I just ordered it. Actually, no, it wasn't vitamin D. Either way, iron that I just ordered with that. I take it every day, 2 to 3 times a day. So obviously I believe in it. It's jeremytischler.usana.com, and have a good one.